Good evening, everyone. Let's start with some boys high school basketball on this edition of Friday Night Fever. Lakeview Memorial Gym in Negaunee, the Miners are taking on Superior Central. And Herb Jenkins, dressed in a bow tie, ready for this one to go. And unfortunately, it was Negaunee getting going early. Tyler Jandrin swish. And it was a 3-0 lead for Negaunee. Trevor Mackey tries to get to the basket for Superior Central, but his pass is deflected by Tanner Uren. Ahead to Brock Weaver, lays it up and in. It's 9-0 Miners. Timeout for the Superior Central Cougars. And of course the timeout would help a little bit off the rebound. Lead pass from Trevor Mackey to Matt Verbrigge, and he will float that one home off the window. He had 12 points on the night. Cougars now on the board. Tanner Uren, kind of a Richard Hamilton looking move there with the jumper. Back the other way for the Cougars. Verbrigge to Nicholas Mackey over the Bryce Richard, and he bounces that one in. But Negaunee led 19-6 after one. Daniel Stewart scores next for Superior Central, but Negaunee pulled away and had plenty of time for the reserves to wrap up a 66-41 victory. Great Northern Conference basketball. Escanaba hosting Kingsford. Say hello to Kingsford coach Dan Olkinen, the White Pine grad. Eskimos with the ball second quarter. Jamie Holtonen, no. And Ben Kleiman is going to grab the rebound, go back underneath, and a nice little reverse. Eskimos down by 3. Flivers coming back. Caleb Harrington drives the baseline and scores. Kingsford leads 21-16. Kleiman looking at a 3 off the inbound, no. Brandon Robinette will get the rebound, and he puts it up and in. Kingsford still up by 4. Next possession, Kleiman finds Robinette for the spin and the score. Flivers come back as Dalton Allen will drop a 3-pointer when the zone did not come out on top of him. But Kingsford had a 9-point lead. Eskimos rallied and somehow pulled it out in the final seconds, 53-51. Brandon Robinette had 14 points and 13 rebounds and a couple of free throws late in the contest to get the victory. Let's go to Iron Mountain. The Gwynn Model Towners, the Iron Mountain Mountaineers in Mid-Peninsula Conference action. First quarter, Derek Reeds to Justin Nyquist. He lines up the 3 and buries it and brings off to what we would call a very nice start. Iron Mountain responds. Luke Zambon, Taylor Hootery, Paul Brooks open, and the rim is kind because it is Iron Mountain's rim. He gets the triple. Back and forth we go. Jesse Modest to Donald Hutchins, flipping a pass to Kyler Skinner, who gets the layup. Mountaineers on the inbound next. Luke Zambon elevates. Elevate, Luke, thank you. Puts that one in off the window. Modest will find Hutchins again to a wide open Mark Betcher. He gets the triple. Mountaineers, though, win this one 57-50. On the board, close one down in Schoolcraft County. Norway escapes with a 48-47 victory. Ishpeming was supposed to play Westwood tonight. We know they've had way too much fun in New York City with all that good football stuff, so they moved this one back to February 25th. Taylor Smith, 32 points for the Bessemer Speed Boys, defeating Watersmeet 64-52. Ironwood 75, Mercer 23. Sheboygan over Newberry 70-34. And yes, Sault Ste. Marie had an easy time with Rogers City. Hannahville also a victory on the island, defeating Mackinac Island. Let's go to girls hoops now. Forest Park taking on the Kingsford Flivers in Kingsford. We're going to pick it up in the second quarter. Samantha Fleming gets it over to Carly Benzie, and Carly drives and puts it in off the semi-high glass. Next, it's Benzie. Oh, no, not a replay. She just keeps right on putting in those layups. Forest Park's turns now. Maria Stankiewicz to Sierra Robarge, and she hits the triple. Benzie again says, well, I've hit layups, I can hit threes too, and she does very nicely. Flivers owning the second quarter as Courtney Qualley will pass to Amber Larson. And a nice bounce pass, and she'll position inside. And a couple more passes, and the next thing you know, there it goes. However, Forest Park goes on to win 57-45. Lexi Gussert was bashful and did not want to score on TV, but she did have 22 points, 17 rebounds, and 9 assists, apparently. On the scoreboard, Stevenson has 22 from Lexi Johnson, defeating Cardinado 57-54. Dark River Harris, lots of people scoring, including Megan DeRushy, 21 points, 92-59 downing North Dickinson. Superior Central cruises past Rapid River. Balance scoring for the Cougars. North Central 68, Big Bay de Noc 40. Yes, St. Ignace really defeated Rudyard by those numbers you see, 80-13. Detour 41, Engadine 37. Alexis Barrhead 20 for Cedarville. Trojans down Brimley 56-45. Sheboygan a couple touchdowns better than Newberry 45-31. Sault Ste. Marie no trouble with Rogers City, and Mackinac Island a touchdown better than Hannahville. Let's go toward the Copper Country. How about Lakeland and Hubble hosting Trout Creek? First quarter for the Lakes in White. Brooke Corrigan, Aaron Gast uses the window, and it's 8-1 Lakeland and Hubble. Next play, good ball movement, sets up Taylor Shepard for 3. All net there, 11-1 Lakes. That requires a timeout sooner or later. Here come the Panthers. Rebecca Dreisinger hits the jumper. She's fouled on the play, and the Panthers are finally on the board with a basket. Time running out in the quarter. Zoe McGeeshick for the basket. Panthers lead cut the lead to 9, 15-6 after 1. Sarah Audette makes the layup in transition, and Lakeland and Hubble holds on for the victory by the count of 42-40. Back to the scoreboard. Lots and Easy Time defeating Jeffers this evening, 68-23. It was Bessemer 39, Wakefield Marinesco 23. Corey Trier led a host of Red Devil scores as Ironwood defeated Mercer 75-28. College basketball, 3 cheers for Finlandia. Both the men and women win tonight. Women 68-56. Haley Gervais had 25, including 6 triples. Megani's Paige Yoho had 18 points and 4 3-pointers. The men had 5 players in double figures, including Keith Arnold with 17, Dominic Morrow with 14 points and 15 rebounds, and they still needed overtime before getting past the Lumberjacks, 94-93. When we come back, it's time for high school hockey. Okay, high school hockey, the Rick Miller Memorial Tournament. We start at D Stadium, where Houghton is taking on Traverse City. Which one did you ask? Traverse City West. And in the first period, a tripping penalty is established to give the Gremlins a power play. And Connor Hannon would find Raymond Bryce. He will find the back of the net right there, and it's a 1-0 Gremlins lead. The Titans come back a short time later. Dan Henderson, the slap shot from outside, and that ends up turning on the lamp, and we're tied at 1. Time winding down in the first. Henderson again is going to get the puck. This time his slap shot goes off a Gremlin, flies over the head of the goalie, Marcus Gross, and 2-1 Traverse City West after 1. In the second, Cale Markham with the steal, and the wrister comes home to tie things at 1. And the Gremlins offense put up 3 more goals and went on to win by the count of 5-3. Meanwhile, the Hancock Bulldogs across the other side of the Portage Lift Bridge taking on Traverse City Central. And in the first period, off the faceoff, John Russell with a shot on goal. Cooper McDonald will take care of what's left, and the Trojans grab the advantage at 1-0. Still in the first, Traverse City Central on the power play. Brady Brantley finds Alex Oliver, and that makes it 2-0 after 1. And TC Central picked up the victory by the count of 5-3. All right, back on set here. Michigan Tech did not, high school hockey scores, thank you. Macomb, Dakota over Escanaba 8-0, and the Sioux cruised past Gaylord 7-1. Michigan Tech hockey, a 1-1 tie against Wisconsin tonight. Tech had a goal from Blake Piedla, and that was it. Wisconsin scored late to tie the game. Now let's go to the college scores quickly. Minnesota Duluth defeated Bemidji State. That was by the count of 4-2. Nebraska Omaha versus St. Cloud State 6-5. Minnesota State defeated Alaska Anchorage. That was 3-1. Denver and North Dakota are in overtime, knotted at 2. CCHA NMU Idle. Lake Superior State 3, Miami 2. Western over Ferris 4-2. Notre Dame beats Michigan State 3-2. Robert Morris the same over Ohio State. And Alabama Huntsville entertained Finlandia because Finlandia coach John McKay played college hockey at Huntsville. Huntsville won 5-2. NCAA Regional Volleyball. Out in California, Michigan sweeps Michigan State 3-0 to advance to the regional final.